Welcome to the Honest Bunch, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Every time I get the chance, I always emphasize. Now, because of una with the open shop, if not be una, what will they do here? Now, it's also important to note that, like we always say, on the Honest Bunch, there are loads of lessons. I know say sometimes, now the promotional footage you go see, 30 seconds, you go verse. People go bring out their rope, one drag Nedu, one drag everybody. But if you take your time to click the link in bio and watch an entire episode, go even check the comment section. You go know say, lessons there to learn. This life, here just be like marketplace. You understand? So very, very important. Just take your time. Don't take my word for it. I just talk, Abi. Watch an entire episode and tell me. Then again, it's another very important period in the life of our great country, Nigeria. Election now. This 2023 election, they talk about that time, we be like, say, it don't reach finish, oh. On Saturday, you would get the chance to vote for who would preside over the administrative affairs of Nigeria as president. And then the person that would represent you in your senatorial zone and in the House of Representatives, I beg. Tears, they for tears of joy. The tears where they come with lamentation. Hey. And the way when politics they now 4 years old, imagine crying for 4 years. All the water when there, your body go finish. Your speed self go dry. So I beg, let's make the right choices because elections have consequences. Now let's delve straight into the conversation. Now, person, now he give us this topic, he suggest her, and we don't grab her. And the best person to discuss this topic, now person will be say, if you check life, if you check experience, if you check the knowledge where the person go share, I just advise you, go find book now, 80 Leaves, Higher Education, with Bible, because today now a lecture we day. Now let me introduce the usual suspects. But my immediate left is, hell, Mama, is it name mommy?
From Abba.
He's from Abba.
From Abba.
Emphasis on Abba.
Proudly Abba. What's this your man fly over? Well done. And now we have somebody also very, very interesting. Make I leave Nedu because we'll see introduce you. Nedu, see, they recover. The dragging, they too much. He no good. You know, the dragging, but no wahala. So we have somebody who, now our madam here, behind the scenes, now she they call the shots. The sense where many of us they make, if not be her, we go down lose track, enter inside canal. Ladies and gentlemen, our madam at the top, Mrs. Gift Amang here. For the topic we go discuss today, she's on the show.
I think she go shout praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. No.
You know,
Praise Master Jesus.
He reached, the introduction reached.
He reached.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, my leader, a man I respect so much, a man who is like a torchlight in my life. You understand? You get people when we say God will carry on your life, then go bless you, then go add value. This man is a man of enchanting physiognomy, many degrees and characters. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the man with so much experience. Sometimes with the whole laugh, say, bros, not talk. Not talk. Ladies and gentlemen, Nedu Wazobia!
Hey, praise the Lord.
May the Lord go before us today.
Amen.
And take away every
I
dragging.
those of you that are going to drag me this week, keep it coming.
No,
I want to say thank you. I love what we see. I see all the dragging. I see all the insults. I see all the love. Keep dragging.
No hala. So, ladies and gentlemen, our guest is an August visitor.
Oh.
In fact, it is mind-blowing that she's available in February. She know they work anyhow. And what people they call nukumau, you know they work anyhow. Ladies and gentlemen, she was born in abroad, Benin Republic. She's from Ebonyi State. If we talk about, say, women, they do great things, it gets some when we say, maybe we know they talking too much. If na book, she read and well, she's a thespian par excellence, University of Lagos. He can't look, say, no, not be just to just go read. He can't go further, go read public administration and local government. Because if you sabi book reach one level, things go just they hungry you. Maybe you don't they pass the department or say, I want to study this stuff. She go there, go study her. Now, over a decade years experience in modeling, you don't get any person when they my age. When we say this calendar, no they own a house. Those fine Nigerian women, that calendar, I cut her picture, tie her paste out of my exercise book. This is my crush. Ladies and gentlemen, from featuring in her first movie in 2009, Sincerity, to be sincere with you, She has been consistent in the industry. She don't even add music join. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Angela Ijoma Okorie. Welcome.
I swear. I mean, like,
I do my research.
You did.
Nah, you know be small
You
person now.
did.
I go best for you.
You
You
did.
small. You know small now.
As you know, look, you say,
like,
I should take notice.
And he's so
Like,
accurate.
Yeah.
You are so accurate.
Thank you.
I mean, like, I'm honored.
Thank you.
Honored.
And we're happy that you're here.
Don't do. May I
Thank
prick not
you.
the stand.
Voila, yeah.
Did they hear you?
We're happy that you're here. Now let's just delve straight into the conversation. On the show today, we're discussing now. People go call that moral upbringing, but we say in English. We won't bring it down to the language everybody go understand. Home training. Home training. And when we talk about home training, we're talking about home thoughts,
Before the upbringing,
lessons.
before on the show today, you didn't tell us about our.
Oh yes, something really very very important before we allow the conversation carry us come out for where we don't know. So we get questions and remarks about Big Nay, women leader, Naomi. And it's only right that we explain the situation. Naomi is our baby for life. No problem or no quarrel. Some people don't come talk say, it's because Naomi is upright. That's why you people know now. Naomi too sabi book. We been beg her. Naomi say, I want to go further in my
She feel like person
education.
they waka pass it. I want read.
She said, I want to go further. We say, Naomi, go to Uniport. She said, no. Go to Unilag. She said, no. Go to UNH. We say, okay, go to Ugwausa and go and read book. That place, at least, if you dey travel 15 hours. She said, no. So she has relocated and she's gone for her master's. So she would be away for a long time. Now, person go read book. We not go disturb the person so that I go read book well. But we are very sure, keep it, we are family, no wahala, nobody quarrel. You understand? So we just say, make we set the record straight. Make it not be like, say, una the ask and we no answer. And she did a detailed information review when she moved, explaining the need. So Naomi, we love you. When you are coming back, buy bread for us. UK bread for us.
No, but for people when they be saying no, if you don't understand, Naomi is still part of the honest bunch. So if some of the topics where you even see who it is, she's still there. She's just that you're not seeing her face.
Very true.
And I just say she did London and we did Nigeria. Yeah, you get the point now.
Very true.
Exactly.
So let's delve straight into the conversation. Yes, moral upbringing. We say that one are plenty English. Home training. We're talking about home taught lessons and social etiquette. When they say home training, now what do you mean by that? And I did very sure say because now time when we don't hear where this person don't get home training. This people get home training. So now what do they talk about home training? But we're asking a very important question. Is the internet taking the place of parents? Question mark. Home training. Is the internet taking the place of parents?
Yeah, you see, you know that I go ask question when you go take three, you go take the question deep. Now when everybody keep quiet, when everybody saying, No, but seriously, to be honest with you, I think I would say it's kind of 50-50. There's some parents that are intentional about the upbringing of their children. So they decide the screen time of their children and they decide, some don't, some just, free for all. Do you get what I'm saying? But there are still parents where talk, say, your screen time must not be more than 5 hours, must not be more than 2 hours every day. But the problem is, even for that 2 hours every day, do you know what they are watching in their tablet? Do you know what they are watching? If I go TikTok recently, have you entered TikTok?
Yeah.
You go see videos of girls. They're not they wear brazier again. Next thing, nipple, the nipple go they eye you. Are you mad? Come and touch me. Come and kill you there. And if you check, find out, these girls never pass 15, 16. So,
But no vex. So I think say the platform gets age restriction.
You can lie now. There's no way to verify this thing.
can lie and
You
check.
put your date of birth, you can put 1900. TikTok is not going to know.
TikTok is not going to know. So you see, now the internet, you don't know what the girl is doing. You don't know what your child that your child is doing. Before anything happen, they don't begin to form some kind of, mentality off of what they see on social media. Which is why we've been shouting on this podcast, which is why we have been shouting. But personally, and all of us here, we're shouting that know who you follow on social media. Know who your role model is on social media. Know who tells you what they are doing.
But no vex. So before social media first, your role model. So He choked me, devil, a liar. Before social media first, your role model is supposed to be your parents.
My brother, how many people role model be their parents? Now, which person marriage crashed recently for social media? I can't remember. Where they just say, now wow, the only role model where we get now Mercy Johnson and get one that person name where they call. What make you leave your mama and papa go they leave Mercy Johnson to give you?
I see one tweet where person talk say, I wish Rihanna was my mother right now.
Hey!
Another person can reply and say, you. Can Rihanna cook ogbono soup? After everything your mother has done for you.
Hold on. Apart from can Rihanna cook ogbono soup, let me tell you something. The social media space is like a photo album. It's vast. It's beyond even photo album.
Yeah.
Some na markets it be for them. Some na projecting a lifestyle they want to live that they are not living. So it's a different thing entirely. So if you go there, you go see, and that's the way you define. You go see, for example, like attract likes for social media. Not be say you go say negative, positive. Not be negative, positive for social media. Now positive. As Angela Day, if Angela loves hair, and she loves tats, and she loves sneakers, you go see people where she they follow. Now hair brands, tats brand, houses, tat artists, and shoe brands. She go to follow them. Whenever she wants to, that dopamine feeding, when she wants to feed herself that thing, she goes on social media. The things where go keep her time more on top social media. Now those things when it be say they drag her. Now, imagine Picky where never know anything, never to know everything. He goes social media, he go see everything. You can't go see Rihanna. They ask you, they tell you, I can't even.
But wait, not verse.
You can't go see Kim Kardashian.
Not verse. He go good.
They go tell you, say, hold on, because nigga wanna. You can't see Kim Kardashian. How Kim Kardashian, they blow everywhere, every TV. You can't find out from one search, because from one click, you don't enter another place. From one click, you don't enter another place. You can't say, what is making Kardashian popular in a sex tape? Tell me, say that picking sex tape somewhere, not go enter inside her head. We know they see Chrisland School. That video where come outside where they say that Pikin, God forbid, and I'm sorry I'm mentioning this. That video come outside where they say that small Pikin say now by force that Pikin do reverse. Now where is he?
But wait, okay, good. He good say we don't dey enter this angle because if we dey talk about the children now, so the whole idea of home training. Sometimes that time it be like insult. This child does not have home training. It be like saying that the parents directly then they talk to because it means say the parents no raise that picking well.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's the truth.
That's the case.
That's the truth. Like some of these cases are the truth. Like if you see some of these guys in Lekki now hopping up and down, looking for rich women to be following up and down. You look when you give your child everything, your child won't have big eye to when he sees a man driving a G-Wagon, he won't. In the eye, no good day on top in G-Wagon because his parents don't give him G-Wagon. You don't give him waiting past G-Wagon. I don't know whether you understand. Like,
Even
but
if
when
you
you
get
give,
G-Wagon, go,
yeah, but when you are a parent and you give your child everything that your child need, your child is not going to always want to be looking out for people's things. Your child should understand that you need to work to get those things. You understand it? We're our mothers, and that's why I say some mothers, not every mothers that are mothers. Not be every mama be mama. It gets some mama where it be said in day house that they use their children for businesses. What they do is they know say their children know how to get rich women. They go to follow up with the pikin. Before you know, the child is extorted from every woman in Lagos. There are a lot of them that are doing these things in Lagos here. In Lekki.
Boys that extort.
So when you see what I'm telling you, if your child, if my child as my son is, like when you look at my son, you know my son is handsome. And he's when you see him, you see he's on a shy side and he's quiet. He's been trained to be quiet in everywhere he is. He cannot live jaga-jaga life. The only time you can be seen living a jaga-jaga life is when you see someone wants to intimidate you.
Your mic.
When someone wants to intimidate you,
You could just show yourself.
then you bring out the lion in you, but you can't be a lion 24 hours. You're not mad. You're coming from a home where you've been trained and given everything and like my son, I taught him on how to always share to people.
Okay.
Share things with people. When you have a little, don't eat alone. Make sure you give to someone close to you because you don't know who is going to help you
Tomorrow.
in future or tomorrow.
I think the
You
foundation
get
of
what I
this
mean?
is
So like your parents have the major job to do,
Okay.
whether they are traveling abroad, whether they are living everywhere.
Whether na work
you
hold
have
them.
to keep someone who is clean around your child. And how you have to get to do that is what you impact in people that live with you. Now, people you leave your
enter.
child for is very important. When you treat them wrong and you leave them with your child, they will poison your child or treat your child the way you don't want. But when you give them all the love that they deserve, although a lot of people
Some
are
still
damaged,
witches, though. Yes,
a lot
some
of
still
people are
witches.
damaged. Even if you give them love, they are going to be. But anyways, regardless, give them
the one
love.
way you go do.
But because you're leaving your child with these people you don't know from anywhere, you're only being helpful to their life. You kept them in your house and all those things. And when you're not around, you're like 2 weeks off from work, you're not with your child and you're somewhere. You don't know what they're putting in their head. You don't know the kind of TV they are making them watch.
channels where they
because
watch, what
yes,
they watch
because
for
me
their phone.
normally if I day house, if I come back from work or come back from any meeting or anything, once I walk into my house, people where they watch TV or they stand up, they can't greet me or something. I go take sight the TV where they watch. If now waiting no day healthy to my son, that TV I don't disconnect on that day.
Good.
so the parents
I don't
also have to,
disconnect on that day and I go give very sound warning. Next time you want to watch your bullshit, don't pull my son in it. So because like my son, he knows like there are some channels he cannot watch. Like Netflix, he's not ever gonna go into Netflix.
Netflix, he
He's
get
never gonna
Netflix.
go
You go begin
into
see great
Netflix.
people for Netflix. You go begin
When I'm
think say na
coming
normal
back
thing.
and I'm good because he likes to, whether I'm around or not, he likes to stay in my room. You understand? He likes to stay in my room and watch this, but he knows what to watch. He knows. You understand it? So, and my major fear, and that's the reason it was so hard for me to relocate my son abroad, is because of what they are teaching children. In schools right now, abroad, they are teaching kids on how to be homo. They are teaching them a lot of things on how to, you're a man, you can actually live like a girl and change the other side and become a girl from being a man. You know, they are teaching them a lot of things that I don't want my son to learn and I don't want my son to be. Do you get it? So it's really a problem. And that's why I say it's very important who you are living with your kids with. All these parents, they are only
How to hammer money.
just to make money and wear them fine clothes and come to social media and be watching fake ass people on social media. Because there are a lot of fake ass. It's just like social media is all fake. We are all living fake lives there.
so
Yeah,
I want to
living
just
fake
ask
lives.
what she's saying.
Wait,
Okay.
like-
I want to
Yeah,
just ask what
because
she's saying.
if I want to come to social media right now, I don't want to put on dirty clothes and come to social
Of course.
media because
Not be
I'm a
lie.
public.
Yes.
You come with your
now,
best.
Normally, if you plant camera that early morning when I wake up, wait till you go see now bomb shot where I use wake up or brad, they were like fool for house. You don't understand. But if I want to come social media, I go gas package my
go soft.
So that is the fake life we're all talking about.
Just to add to what she's saying about the roles that parents play. I mean, if we won't go back to, for those of us that are Christians, the Bible says, if you
Hallelujah.
train up a child in the way he should go, when he gets old, he won't depart from it.
That
So
thing is in the New Testament now.
yes. So that's just
And
what
then they will
it
say
is.
our parents, and then they will say our parents are old-fashioned.
Yes.
They are not old-fashioned. They are old-fashioned, you might say, but although we are in modern words these days, but there are a lot of things to learn from what
I
they
want
did.
to say something.
Do you understand it?
Now, going by the thing Angela mentioned that you people will now say our parents are old-fashioned. Nas Boy came here on one of the episodes and said that the things we our parents don't they see we would don't see. The truth is, in as much as there's a lot of truth in it, he's my personal friend. In as much as there's a lot of truth in it, you can still not take away the place of a parent.
Yeah.
You not get what you want to. Now, this conversation what we discuss here now as social media and parenting. Look, you have to from beginning.
Of course, because the child is vulnerable. You
You understand?
Anything.
So
That's
that is
exactly
a
my
reflection
point.
of the lessons that
Yes.
you impact
Can I make
in
it
their
clear?
Now,
lives.
hold on. Sorry, before you enter. From beginning, you don't imbibe what you want imbibe. For example, I get friend when he be say, house boy, house girl, this virgin am.
Most men.
Many people have
Most
that.
men.
From the things where the house girl they watch for. You see this one I talk with us say the people where they are around you, decide those where they are around you. Know the kind of people
They also need training.
They need training.
You have to be training them back to back.
Can I make a case?
You are even training your child. Because all of them have different parents. You don't know how they were raised.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to say.
They are different from your son or your daughter, however you want your family to be. So it's very, very important. It's very, very important when you keep people, especially when you know you have large people in the house,
your house
and you have kids at home. You don't know what those people are doing with your kids. You don't know what they do with them. So it's very, very important those people, you teach them a lot of things because you know the whether in mama teach them.
So I wanted to make a case for, like what she said, that they are going away to the school and they don't know. I really have seen people who are Christians, very good Christians, who have trained their children very well. But these children, you're not going to keep them at home. You're not going to do homeschooling for them. Except, even if you want to do homeschooling for them, you're going to invite somebody. And you don't even know what's in the person's mind.
Yeah.
So, when these children go to school, you're hoping, I'm making a case for parents here.
Yes.
You're hoping and praying that, oh, my child, go well. God be with you. Be well. But you can't say
Control everything.
You can't say who their classmates will be. You can't say who they are going to warm up to or who is going to warm up to them.
Now the same way Angela they talk. Now the same way Angela they talk. Now I won't tell you.
So the corruption most times comes from outside.
Yeah, but there's a way you train your child that they would be able to differentiate with these
Oh,
things.
exactly.
And we forget that children learn from what they
do you
see.
know whether
There's
I'm
influence that is
around?
influence.
Do you know whether I'm around or not? I've trained my son that I don't want anybody to be taking a picture of you. You get it? So when he comes and I'm not around, you want to take a picture of him, he will tell you, "Ma'am, please, you have to talk to my mom." He's not even stand with you.
What I'm saying is,
He'll go upstairs.
Yes.
Like if I'm back and he knows the time to play. You play till a certain time. You know the time to leave and read your book. You know when to watch cartoon. He's a footballer. He knows when he's going for his academy for training.
let's also not
Do you
forget
understand
that
it?
people are different. Children are different. You can have 4 children. 2
Yes.
will listen to you, 2 will not.
Yeah, and
are you not giving them the same training?
Yes, this is what I even
Wait.
want to say. Children learn from what they see, and let's even establish that they are born blank.
Yeah.
So it is what you expose from 4
You
years.
impact
From a
in
4-year-old
them.
is already getting a personality.
Yeah.
Whether you
I
like it or
already
not.
gave an example. I said you can have 4 children, 2 would listen to you, 2 will not. Doesn't mean you're not giving
your
them the
parents
same.
are your first
Yeah.
heroes. I don't believe that children from a young age are not looking up to their parents. A 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, they adore their
So
parents.
at what point do they
Exactly. It's at the point where you really don't get it right. For me, personally, that's what I think. I think if the foundation is corrupt, what can the righteous do?
Yeah.
If you don't get it right from the beginning, there's really little or nothing
maybe you're not
you can do
understanding.
when
What I
they
was-
get
what I'm
it
trying
Let me
wrong.
say
say.
something.
What I'm trying
Let me
to
say
say.
something. Let me say something. I'm sorry. You're gonna say what you want to say. It's like a slate. When a child comes out, it's garbage in, garbage out. Now, what thing you put, now you get. Now, you have to understand how children grow. Now, a lot of people, then they follow waiting day for website. At this age, the child will do this. At this age, the child will do this. At this age, the child will do this. It's 50-50. Some people take it serious to raise their children and they read every book, browse every
Intentional
website.
parenting.
They are intentional parent to make sure. You see this thing Angela talk? She now don't know, say, every school now for Bodo Yibo, don't they teach Pekin? It's okay for a man to kiss a man. Mbakwa.
No, not for my child. I don't want
Not
that
for my
child.
Pekin. Then they teach children without the parents' consent.
So this is what I think.
Which is bad.
There's
Which
something
is
I want to
bad,
say.
which is not cool.
There's something I was driving at something
Not
and I said it
everybody
earlier
wants
before.
a test. Not every man wants test
Now,
a fellow man.
now, why I tell
Some
you
people
it
they
is,
irritate them.
why I tell you it's very,
You
very
get?
important.
Some people they turn them on.
Hey.
You know, it's demonic.
Hey.
So I don't want my child to be demonic.
Man talk something. Why I tell you say is these days is worse. Now, if he did the day way how he did when I did grow up, I want to tell you like this now, then I wonder how worse he go day now. Growing up, now TV would they watch Sky One. Now, they watch for Sky One. At that time when we say you go go
turn the antenna.
Turn the antenna far side. Turn the ask people inside.
That's the one we did for our house. The one we did for my friend, their house. And that was that big dish with the black.
They call that one satellite
dish. For their satellite dish, where would they watch different things? That time would they watch American Pie.
Iranian channel.
We can't watch
American Pie.
Hear me now. We can't watch American Pie. For American Pie. Now, my friend that time come to say, almost to wipe go good. My brother. Now from there, me, Folu, Sheyi, Victor.
Fantastic Four.
I think there's enough four.
Now so
four of us. Now so we gather money. Say we must wipe. We must wipe the same way we didn't take wipe for American Pie. My brother, I will gather money. Now 50 naira, I remember. Where I take go Sokoto Jubilee Hotel waiting for Sokoto Road for Kakuri Kaduna. Where I take go for Kashawo. Now shower 9 is virgin me. Now shower, hold on.
For just 50 naira.
For 50 naira.
You lost your virginity.
Wow. I lost my virginity to a shower because of American Pie.
What a
Now you
shame.
go.
Influence. Influence.
No. So
Influence.
where am I
I see
going
where
with this?
you're going.
It's influence. Most of the times, you said something. It's not just about what the parents can do. Who are they associating with in school?
Then again. Okay.
I was going to say, we're forgetting that before the internet, because we're saying Gen Z and the rest. Before the internet, we still had our vices or the things we
didn't have
did.
vices.
No,
So.
before the internet came,
people
you
they write love letter now.
remember that people used to hide. You remember that people used
I
to
kissed
hide
Kemi
and
that year, she
go
come
and
home.
read Hints magazine,
Maxine.
Hearts magazine, how they taught
That
you.
was
Think
super.
you
It can be
in your
super.
mind, you have already
Visualized romance novels.
So what happened was my mom is a good woman. She trained me well. But there's this man that used to come and give newspaper every morning. He supplies newspaper to one nurse in front of my house that year. So when he comes, I will now come to the front. One day I came and I was flipping through the newspaper, proper Nigerian newspaper. I could see hats where, I'm not going to mention the person's name, she's popular. They use her name, her face, her body for that magazine. It's very attractive. And he said, do you want to read Igago? And I opened it. Oh.
You were not 18 then.
Oh my God. No, I was very young. And I opened and I read the first story.
Erotic
In my head,
introduction.
everything. I told him to please give me.
Again, the first
I hid it. At night when everybody sleeps. I will look for a little source of light. I will read. Tomorrow morning when he comes, I will give him that one. I will take another one.
Hey.
That's very
My
bad of that
mother
man, to
was
be
a
honest.
good woman. My mother, in fact, this is the first time my mother is going to hear this. But it happened.
But I want to ask you a question now.
Mrs.
But
Best,
how did you
Mrs.
react?
Best. Not Vest, though. She mentioned that even the people when they live around your children, they need training.
Yes.
Because you don't know where they are coming from and how they were raised. I think that it's important to admit that, like she said, there are a lot of damaged people. People who need to unlearn a lot of the things that they have learned. Because that person is adult.
Yes.
Imagine that
When you
newspaper
look
guy.
minor, when you tell am say Igagu, when they give her,
understand?
she go read and come
You
back.
can
That person
imagine.
already there. So that
It's
person,
damaged.
that person too. That person who knows if the person is a
So
parent.
did my mother have control of that person? She didn't.
But then again, let's look at it. Whether you like it or not, so long as the Nigerian law is concerned, if you have not attained the legal age of 18, anything will happen. Somebody must be responsible for your actions.
Yes.
Now, when you don't reach 18, say by age, the law don't recognize you as an adult, you will face the consequences by yourself. That is why it is important that parents play a very critical role in the lives of their children. Baba, no vessel. And when we talk about this, in fairness, society really places our parents at a disadvantage. Because sometimes me go wake up early, start they go walk. I go enter streets because of traffic. I go see people when beside know say this person now walking they go. In the rush so that he go feel reach there. Truth is the person they walk so that he go feel provide for his family. Papa and mama, I don't see school bus. That time when this wicked traffic the day here, I don't see school bus at around after 5 with children inside. I go they look say which time these children wake up, which time their parents prepare them for school, can't let them go. So I think that sometimes when we look at the disadvantage, I need to make money for my family, I need to take care of my family. You must also keep in mind that whether you like them or not,
Yes.
you no matter how the thing
You
take
can't
difficult reach,
compromise.
you must
But-
you
but-
must
you
try.
can't compromise providing.
Let me also be a little bit of devil's advocate for the men. especially in Lagos.
Not be just men, parents. Man and woman.
Man and woman. You know these days, how the country dey, everything don't spoil, everything don't dabaru. 1 million naira of January is not 1 million naira of now. What 1 million naira can get you, it cannot get you now. Now, you see that your earning power has reduced. Even if you think you have increased your salary, but that money, the value has reduced a lot. You see your parents trying harder to make more money to see how they can maintain that family and maintain every other thing that they are doing. Parents go come off for house in the morning as early as 5 a.m. in the morning. And they come back home 8 p.m. at night. They don't tire, they don't sleep.
Papa and Mama don't they walk now. So
Papa,
that
Mama don't
together,
they
they will
walk
feel
now.
So why
supported
can't Mama stay at home?
No.
I don't.
How?
I don't. Yeah. See,
How?
you have a point, but
How?
you can't compromise on the child's well-being. Something has to give. You can't eat your cake and have it.
It now comes back
Yes,
to what
you can't
Angela
just
said.
eat your
It
cake and
now
have
comes
it.
back to what Angela said. It be like Angela don't see future for it. He just talk everything for inside one camp. He can't cap. So everything we tell you go see come back. It goes back to what she's saying. Even if you not go day there, make sure say the person will
Set
go
a
day
good structure
there.
in your home.
You have a structure like a Labour Party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Make sure you have a structure.
You always have time for them.
You understand? Have a structure. You not go there. What is the structure that you have put in place? For example, as a man, as a father in the house, do you know that your wife or the mother of your child, whether you guys are married or not, regardless, is the rule that you put on ground that the woman will follow?
Yeah.
For example, as a man, the small time you get with your pikin wants to do something. Say, shut up, stay there. If you move, I will punish you. You stay there. The pikin will stay there. The pikin will listen because you've got that voice of a man.
Yes.
Some sit down there. The pikin sits there.
But what if na Papa wey in voice na tenor? Sit down there. What do you go can do? No be just by voice now. Some of us say when our voice thick, they go talk say we dey intimidate.
Yes.
You are victimizing.
And the children
sorry,
don't say it's true.
sorry, Baba no vex. Let me give this example.
It's true. HM has a point.
My elder brother, my nephews, then they're around. You know, say when as our parents grow older to a considerable degree, they even need the children around them, especially their grandchildren. So now me be like the strong man when they house. The boys that they run up and down. You know, my papa, the old man, go they talk, say, stop, I will beat you. They will even tell him, you cannot catch us. They go wrong. So I can't use strong voice as a military person who get military background. No, so the guy can't look me like this. The child looked me in my eye and was like, because I called his name to say, Mika, what are they? Why are you shouting?
I mean,
I couldn't tell him, say, I couldn't bring my voice.
why
I
are you
couldn't
shouting?
say, but I'm standing right here.
Sometimes
You tell me, say, did you have to scream?
you don't have to. Let me say, sorry to cut you. Sometimes
So you
this
get
home
many things that we
training,
need to unlearn
this
too.
home training that we are calling, some of this home training we are giving our children, screaming and beating, is because we cannot control our own anger.
Now,
Tell me, why are you fighting a 4-year-old?
It's how they
Why are
trained
you
us.
screaming at a 4-year-old? You are 30-something, you are shouting at a
Let me
kid.
say something. I was going somewhere, my chain of thoughts, and I almost lose.
No verse, continue.
Now, what I'm saying is, because Angela has mentioned something, I always go back to what she said. Not be every mama we born pikin be mama.
Fact.
Papa
In the same vein,
Papa Nko.
not be every guy we get prick be papa.
Yes.
Yes.
So.
Not be say you born pikin make you father. You're not.
Yes.
You just pour
sperm
sperm.
donor.
You're just a flipping
There are some men
sperm donor
there are some men you meet. They'll play a role of a mother and a role of
of a father at the same time.
Yeah.
at the same time. Because of the
Your
kind
mic,
of training.
your mic, normal.
There are some guys you'll meet. They play a role of a mother and a role of a father
Father.
at the same time. Because of the kind of home
They
training.
came from.
Kind of legit home
I will tell
training.
you something.
They got
I will tell you
from
something.
their family.
How I
Knowing
treat
that this is his offspring. I must
Exactly.
take care of this
Exactly.
child.
Now,
Whether the mom is there or
this woman they
if
talk
the
something where they
father
hit
is
me.
there.
Take this high five.
Do you
Now let me say
understand?
something. What's Matilda? She's taking me to they carry me go where I don't know.
Keep going.
I know where I'm going.
Go deeper.
Now,
Go deeper,
what
daddy.
thing carry me enter? I'm gonna say this. I shouldn't be saying this, but fuck it. I'm gonna say it. This is a honest bunch, you know. What thing carry me enter my former marriage? My home training.
And carry you enter.
Yes, now carry me enter.
How so?
Because you married, you did date the person. You guys are
Oh, okay.
dating, and then you're fucking serious, innit? And the person tells you, "Oh, I'm pregnant for you," and then you go
You want to be responsible.
You have to be responsible.
To keep the
Because
family flag
you
flying.
came from a responsible family.
Yeah.
I called my
And
father. Do you get what I'm
Probably
saying?
they didn't want you to give birth out of
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So you
my
don't
point.
have to marry that
Exactly
person.
my point. So I called my father. I said, Daddy, never man. He asked me the question he asked me. Is the show not going where? I said, yes. He asked me 3 times. Nedu, I'm a maven now. It was shocking that day. It's like I was telling him, he knew what he was saying. I didn't know what the fuck he was
Chief
saying.
Arnie.
Chief
The
Army.
man
telling
can
you.
see.
He was like, Chinedu, is the show not going where I'm famous? I said, yes, I am. He asked me again, is the show not going where?
That
I said,
means
yes.
for the people that don't hear Igbo.
Like, are you sure? Are you sure that you're the one? He
who
asked me
owns
3
the
times, are you sure
pregnancy?
that you're the one that owns the pregnancy? I said, yes. Because of the home training that I had in the house to be responsible, I went away. I went on with it. Only for me to find out later, everybody knows what happened later. Now, let me come back to see that same thing. Now, I learned how to take care of women from my dad. Now, understand this.
Chief Arnie.
Now, no,
Shout out.
it's not what you think it is.
Yes.
It's not what you think it is.
To take care of women, like
No. It's not even where you think you guys think it is.
Take us to there.
Now, let me take you there.
Tinkan Island.
My dad is a wonderful person. I love my dad to death.
yeah.
Now, my dad wasn't always the best. I'll be honest with you. Now, my mom growing up, my mom would tell me, hey, Chinedu, any money you're earning, make sure your wife knows everything about things, knows everything. My dad would drag me one corner. He's a lie. Don't do that. When a woman knows how much you earn, she will calculate that money for you. You'll be spending that money for you until the money finishes. Guess what? There's truth in what she said. There's
Yes,
truth in what
what
he
your dad
said.
is saying, yes.
So me now, growing up, I have to balance it. Now, my mom would tell me, say, mpage na aza, my papa they blow. Say she they buy clothes for herself. Our partner they buy for her. Now small money, once they buy her papa, just give her. She they buy her clothes herself. So you see what I kept learning? I kept learning to be
Better.
than my dad.
Then now, this is where you come in to understand that the 2 couples have money, isn't
Yes.
it? Now, this is not money that brought you both
No,
together.
it's not, yes.
It's love that brought
It's
you
love
both
that brought them together.
So what you need to do is just to be showing each other love, and that's it.
Yes.
Whether you have $100 billion, you don't need to, so long as she does not have right to the money and you guys don't have business together, there is no need for you to know how much is my balance.
Now, can I
All
even
I
shock
need
you?
to do is to helping out.
Can I even shock
whatever
you?
I can
Angela, make I
support
shock you.
you with. I can actually support
Angela,
you with
make I
whatever
shock
I
you
can
now.
support you with.
Make I shock you. I shock you. Do you know that my mom worked in my mom was a senior staff in the ministry, in the government ministry. Like she was earning a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? My mama sometimes, as far back as 1999, I go remember. I gained admission into Moderna University in 2000, yeah? My 100 level was 2000. As far back as 1990, my mom would come back from work sometime. My cousin would call me and say, when once I come back, my cousin would say, say they don't spend money, fala. I say, how? My mama go collect, they go for office, we collect like, now millions, now from my mama begin the year millions when I did small. They will give my mama like 3 million. What can I give my papa?
It's fine.
Love.
That's that love she's talking about. My mama can't give my papa, say, take. Let's see.
As the head
But
of
the
house.
moment I find out you spend recklessly,
Now. My mama love.
I'm not going to be giving that money to you.
Now.
Because my children needs to
Needs
eat.
to eat as well.
Now,
Yes,
We need to pay for bills.
Now, let me tell you.
The moment that's why you need to study who you're dating. You need to study who you're married to. You need to study a lot of things. It's not just saying that you have a home and taking picture and be posting a perfect family on social media. A lot of these people they are not sound.
In Aguam.
Some of these people are not grounded. They're not from home. That's why they behave like they are sick in the head. That's why I still keep coming back and saying that if you give a child everything, it will be hard for a child to see a fellow child and be beefing that child.
Now,
some-
sorry to cut you, honey. Back to what I was saying. I learned how to treat a woman from my dad. Not because he was doing it, but because he wasn't doing it.
Okay.
So I wanted to do it better. It got to a point where if you tell me that I look like my dad, I'll fight you. Like, it got to that point.
Because you were now thinking is the character they are talking about.
Exactly.
But there are two types
But
of
it
children
wasn't the
now.
character.
Yes,
There are two
it
types
wasn't the
of
character.
children.
So it got to the point where if you tell me I look like my dad, man, you go. I mean, it's going to be on site. You get what I'm saying? Until finally, I can't begin to grow up. Can't they begin to see? You understand? I see a lot of things. Now, what that has helped me to do is that I learned from my dad's inability to do some things and still his ability to even do some things. Like one of the ability where I left my papa, you can never, my mama they quarrel, but you can never see it face to face. Never will you see them exchange words. The only time where they know, say they quarrel. My God, Chinedu. Now one packet. Egoni no ne wote. When you suppose in ama, meaning Nedu they tell your papa everything with the mama they make. In wife suppose they know so that they go feed they build together. When in my papa here, maybe they come our room, come here say my papa they tell me the thing. My papa will come, my mama they tell me, my papa will come carry me go outside. Chinedu, you are going to be a man one day.
You understand?
You will understand. And my papa they always talks. He get one adage way they give. He say, hey. What do you mean? I say, you where they talk now. Wait until you reach there. And my papa go tell me say, wait until you reach there. Then you'll understand that it's not every money you earn that you tell a woman, because that woman go, they calculate that money, they spend that money for you until that money finishes. Now back to what I'm saying. See, I am here. I am where I am today. And this is not me feathering my nest. I know how to take care of a woman because of my father. You not get any girl what I don't date. You know. When we come outside, contact me say, hey, you are a bad. Never. Even the one where they do me evil, you know. So, I see they do because that upbringing has been there.
Know that you have to take care of.
I always know that I have to take care of mine.
Okay. I want to even say something.
Now, before, why is it even worse now? And it only going to get worse. Before, Angela neighbor, feel calling boy, say, where's your mother is not around. Come on, go and sit down there. You should not be followed. Come on, go inside.
Simple example now. Go and wear your slippers. Why you don't wear your slippers?
Come on, go ahead.
Now, if you tell person picking, say go and wear your slippers. Who send you?
Who send you?
So we should even look at, like when I served, the school I served, I came with that mentality of spare the rod and spoil the child. I mean, I'm literally.
More than another thing.
Do you understand? Spare the rod and spoil the child. He made something, it will flog you. I came for youth service, so. Pikin do something, one, like I say, go and kneel down. Before, I mean, there are CCTV, there are cameras. They summoned me to the principal's office. She said, why are you kneeling the child down? I said, Ma, did you? She said, why are you kneeling the child? No, we don't do that here.
You teacher, can't they begin to explain? They can't teach you.
I said, no. She said, no, the parents will come here and they'll be so angry. No, we don't touch children in this school.
No.
Yeah, because there are other ways.
This now goes back to the internet that we're talking about.
And they said, instead of kneeling her down
Go to
or
the
flogging
naughty
her, go take them to the naughty corner. Guess what? The naughty corner. From the naughty corner, that child will be sleeping in the naughty corner.
I'm be thinking of their
After
actions.
30 minutes, the child will come out and do worse. In fact, the child might be at the naughty corner and the friends will be making sign for her and they'll be giggling. And you're the teacher there, you're helpless.
Yeah.
No, you're not helpless. See,
What are
the
you?
thing. Children learn more from our actions than what we even say. See what Nedu is saying. He learned from just watching his parents' relationship. They didn't even have to tell him much. So sometimes we don't always have to resort to study rod or too much talk. Just what you're doing, how you're living your own life.
How you're living your own life is
this
enough
is a school. They don't even know.
Kid.
They don't even know how I'm living my own life. I'm a teacher.
Yes.
So however their parents trained them.
She's talking about parents now.
Yeah.
No, she has a valid
Hear me
point.
out.
She has a valid point.
You don't know who their parents are. And I'm going to give you an example.
Yeah.
That same school, one day, one guy came there and he was shouting, no, don't do that to my child. Flog my child. I said, flog my child.
That is the foundation we're talking
He was
about. There's
saying
nothing the
he
teacher
came-
can do if the house is not in
came
order.
and said, no, you
What
people
will
should.
the
So it
teacher
was
do?
a general rule in school that, don't flog these children. But the man said, I came and said, flog my child. So these are people from they don't know my lifestyle. I'm just a teacher for a few hours and I'll go away. So how am I going to teach them how I
you gave an example before that parents cannot control everything. Now you're contradicting yourself by saying the teachers can't control everything. The truth is it is the things that the child has learned from
when
home.
I said it, I was talking about the other parents. I wasn't even talking about the teachers.
That they would display outside.
Sorry, let me say something now. For all the parents watching and all the intending parents and all of you where your girlfriend don't get belly, this is very important. And
the November babies that will come
from February 14. And you, when you say you get belly, you're going to give birth. Please listen to this. Now, what's the topic we're talking about? If internet is taking the place of parenting. Internet is actually. Now, spiritually, before something happens to you, you have to accept it spiritually before it happens to you physically. For example, go into movies. Before a vampire comes into your house and attack you, you have to invite that vampire to come in before the vampire comes in. Spiritually, if two native doctors for Yoruba movie they fight, you have to accept what I've said for that thing to affect you. If you don't accept that thing that I've said, it will not affect you.
No wonder if Lalu they talk, Abija go shout, oh no!
You understand? It will have,
Exactly,
back to sender. You have to accept it. Now, these days, they are not waiting for you to accept. They are spiritually engineering you to accept those things so that when you see it, it becomes normal for you. Now, over the years, we've been watching Netflix. As Angela said, she doesn't allow her child watch Netflix. There's a reason why.
Because he hasn't gotten to that extent.
No, exactly.
I feel...
Yes. There's a reason why.
Now,
there's Netflix, there's Amazon, there's every streaming platform. Now, what is going on now on the internet is, before, in my street where I grew up in Kakuri, P5 go to street Kakuri, Kaduna, if girl wear trouser, they waka pass. They shout, bury the window, monkey wear trouser. Now, your grandma go to drag trouser with you. Before, we used to frown at the idea of homosexuality. Now it's normal. The cartoon where you're picking the watch, Winnie the Pooh. Some cartoon characters are gay.
Yeah.
So even that small time where you allow your pikin to watch, in don't they see I'm now saying a normal thing for a cartoon character will be male to love another cartoon character will be male.
You need to supervise this thing.
You have to. So the internet, take it or leave it. Spiritually, they are programming. Let me break some programming.
Programming their brain.
Let me tell you something. Let me break something down. Something just came to my mind. What is television?
Rema.
There's television. Rema. There's television and there's program. There's programs that runs on television.
Yeah.
Let me break it down. What is television? Tell a vision.
Wisdom.
Tell a vision. Now, if you see vision, you have seen that thing that is not there as though it was there. That is a vision. Now, television is, they tell you a vision. It's not your vision you're seeing, it's another person's vision, but that vision is somehow staying in your back burner of vision to dictate how your own vision will take go. Now, what are the things in the visions? Programs. Those programs, do you know what it means to program something in computer? Now, is programming 9 go determine what the computer will give you, garbage in, garbage out. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the things these children, they say, now the television is not just on TV now. It's on their iPad. It's on the flipping fucking phones. So we have to intentionally fight this scourge and this fight.
Yes, and sometimes there are some stubborn kids, like you say. You know, you might just tell them not to. You might just tell them not to go to computers, not to watch these things. The moment you're out of the house, they're watching it.
I mean, you have to look for a technique that works for the child.
You can control what happens around.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You can tell
Yes.
two sets of kids say, sit down. The one will easily be scared and sit. One will say, why are you shouting? If you don't know that one, oh, don't worry, sit down. Let me go and get candy for you. That one will sit. So you cannot approach all your kids with the same technique. You have to look for the one that works for the child. So the major
thing is the training. The major thing is just the training that you give to your child. So there's a point there's some kind of training you give to your child. That child will be scared of doing those things even when you're not around.
Yes.
I want to say something. All these girls that you see, I'm sorry I'm going this route, but I'm going to go there. All these girls that you see on social media that are coming out, Angela, I see that your video, by the way, that your interview where you talk. All these girls that you see on social media that are coming to lie to you, that they've bought this house, they have bought this one, they have bought this one. What kind of household do you think they came from? Where contentment is not preached.
Yeah.
That's also truth.
That's it.
That's also truth. It's kind of home that...
Why are you in a haste?
Why are you in a haste?
Why are you in a haste to carry a bag of $50,000 that you see a 50-years-old woman carrying?
That has worked all their lives.
Worked 30 years or 35 years of their life. Like, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, they have worked their life. Then you're 22 or you're 21. You want to carry the same bag. No. If you rush life, life will rush you back. That's it. You can't. You just have to wait till that time comes when you can. If people give it to you as a gift that you merit it, it's fine. But the one where they vex me past, like where you they want really want get that, where you they go? When you know say you go feel rent house comfortably, live in a very legit life and live your simple life. You won't buy lights, if you buy your small light, they live your just normal life. With your normal age, age frame.
Yes.
Because you can't be doing what a 50-years-old woman who have lived their life and walked their life out. You can't do what that person is doing. But that's where they jump. Because I call it jumping. Yes, now. You're jumping, you're 22, you want to drive Mercedes Benz of 50 million naira.
That we used to see in old people's houses
You're 19, you want to buy a house and right now, you know the condition of the country. You can still that's how you see some of them. You'll be hearing news of a man carried a girl in transport or wherever. Before you know, they say snake enter and before you know, they say he died. His parents go to look for her. If not saying parents teach them or give them a lot of things,
or ask them,
show them, say, when you never reach this level, just understand that
life is
a process. You get to certain points where you have those things, but you can't rush into it. You understand it? So a lot of people don't have this mindset. A lot of people don't get this kind of training. Like, I don't meet a lot of people where I try to say, okay, I like you as a person, then we're friends or something. You're from a home where I know you don't have too much, but you kept on lying. But it's not as if I don't know that you're lying. I know that you're lying, but I have always have this thing in me that even if you're a liar, I have every spirit to the
know when you did lie.
The way God belts me, the way God belts me is to change lives from one way or the other. However you are bad, everybody is not perfect, but I know that there's something in me. And when you look at the story coming from my life and I tell you certain things that you need to live your life in a certain way, you will understand that I'm telling you the truth. So I always have this thing in me that anybody I talk to, no matter where you're coming from, you're definitely going to change. Because around me, you're going to see different people from me, from different home. You see Yoruba, you see Hausa, you see some of those people, they are not from, it's not the same mom that trained us. We didn't have the same home training. They have maybe the other person in Papa na, maybe na things they sell for road. Then before you know, Papa the thief, maybe you get a thief character. But within me, I know that I came from a home where they have given me all, they have taught me on how to share love to people. What I would do is to share love to that person.
Now,
and it's not everybody that you share love, like I would say that would reciprocate because a lot of people are damaged. Because already their parents, their mama and their papa don't build them on them. If you meet any rich man, go for him money. If you meet any rich woman, go for him money. Just make sure say you get something from him. So there is no amount of love that you are going to show such a person that will make that person
a man
change.
On a mission, a person on a mission.
That person is on a mission. Even if you meet me,
and
finish,
the mission and Papa send that nice strong pass.
Yes. And if you meet another person where be say he gets money past you go move to that person because now the money be the target.
Now,
originally there is nothing like love there. There's nothing like likeness.
the money be
And
the
understanding you as his friend.
To add to duty, they talk. How many parents they question now? How many
Yes.
parents they question waiting their children they bring
Yes.
come
You
back
see
house?
that?
You see your child
Yes.
with a
That
bed,
is what I am
a
talking
young
about.
person, and you are
So it's that
Your
social
child,
training.
your child
Do you
comes to
understand
your
it?
child comes to
You
social media.
understand what I'm trying to
Yes.
say?
Iwe garden knock.
Ina achoko.
Iwe garden knock.
Ina
No,
achoko.
Angela, Iwe garden knock.
Achoko.
That's why you're my G.
Yeah.
Now, hold on, Angela. See, your
Yeah.
child comes to social media and announce, "Oh, I just copy a new whip from our guy." Because our guy, I don't know why they always go meet our brother JB Autos. Go wait now, JB Autos. Then they always announce them. That one waiting concern me, they make money. I just copy a new whip. I just added to my garage. I just bought a new house. Your
asking
parents don't
questions.
call you.
They will share testimony.
No, not even Angela. They'll call you your native name. Chiamaka, Ijoma. Ijoma. Why did you get the money?
But when did this
It all
change?
starts. So I'm saying
Don't be angry. When did this change? Because even in Nollywood movies,
Social media night changer.
So
No, it was happening before social
all
media.
but
starts
even
from
in Nollywood movies, even in Nollywood movies, the examples where they see that time,
She
like,
be-
say,
she
for
be Angela
example,
Dia, she dey act like-
exactly.
That's
you
why
don't
it's called
start.
a movie. It's a make
But is
believe,
it not
bro.
a reflection of our
Reality.
life? When Peter Ned that time go look say,
We'll go to the
Chibike,
city. It will go to the city.
See, this
you
thing-
went to the city,
Yes.
and you have come back with this big motto.
Yes.
Take your blood money.
Yes.
I'm not going to spend it.
Yes.
You know this thing.
And that was what a lot of us grew up knowing. Say, then go ask. So where was the change?
These things all
Yes.
started from when the child will go to school and come back with a
See,
pencil that is not
especially-
his.
Yes.
If
And you will not
have-
say,
They don't search
where
your
did you
kid's
get
bag.
this
You don't
from?
search your
Return
kid's
it.
bag.
Or you're going
If
to
you
school with them to say,
have-
I saw this child
Yes.
with this pencil.
You
Who
have-
owns this
if-
pencil?
Yes.
If you have,
That's where they started
if you
getting it
have-
wrong.
Angela, talk for your mic.
yes, if you have a family, if you have a parent,
Do not talk to your mic, they're not going to hear you.
if you have a family, like if you have a family that is not contented with what they have, they will always send you out to get
Yes.
what they need.
But
But that's the truth.
when the eldest son in our family went to the University of Nigeria first, I still remember the events when happened that day. People gather. Our Usukata Union people, Uru Development Union people, they gather in their front. They just kept, everybody go talk. But what they kept saying was that you know who your father is. You know who your father is. You know who your father is. As a child then, what I just saw was people kept saying, people that I used to look up to in maybe the community, the Baloguns, the chiefs, when get money. But they just kept telling the eldest son that time that, see, remember who your father is. Oh, you understand? I could look and say, indeed, the children, the first hero, like you mentioned, or the model,
Yes.
the
Always the
prototype, wait, not them. So if they are to a considerable degree, because we know that sometimes Peking they learn, they hear word.
Yes.
Waiting that Peking, the reflection, now who you be.
Yes.
You see that
And then,
thing when
so Baba Noves, may I just talk this one because the thing they boil inside my body.
Sorry.
Whether we like it or not, we must admit that some of us learned the wrong things.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we need to discard those
be
things.
lie.
Yeah.
And we must be receptive to learning
Yeah.
new things that would add value.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not, that child does not know anything. It is what you put in the child that they
in.
would imbibe and they would in turn reflect.
Yes.
So I think that the understanding first say, we self they learn. We need to learn in order to be better for them. Because
Yeah.
what they see
Yeah.
is what they would imbibe.
Yeah.
It's
Thank
also
you.
very important.
I have a daughter.
Someone.
I have a daughter that 2 years old daughter. Look me one day. I've said this thing to you, Angela. Let me give you just. So we went out for normal New Year, breakfast with the family, whole family, and then we're eating, and then I was like, baby, come, and the next thing, what's your problem?
Hey.
What's your
They
problem?
disturb am now.
I'm like,
Stress am. Come.
What?
You call me first time, I no answer you. Why are you calling me again?
What? You see where that problem? Now, so the mama can't sit down. They ask, say, who be the person where they talk? What's your problem from the house? So she can't find out the person where they always talk. What's your problem?
Yeah.
Now, sometimes.
These are the issues.
So these are the issues.
These are the
You
issues.
can't find out. Now, all the staff in my house, I have close to like 6 or 7 staff in my house. Now, all the staff, you must make sure that you not just speak any kind how To my child,
Around
you
my
don't.
child.
My child, you don't.
Yes.
When you say
Because-
what the fuck, that's
Yes.
what he's
Don't
Yes.
ever say that.
Yes, yes.
Me self, when they my house, I dey watch TikTok.
Yes.
Anything we get to do with fuck,
mind
my
my
daughter
words,
cannot.
even if
Say it.
I will
Yeah,
carry
you
her
have to be
aside.
conscious
I have to be
247.
fucking conscious.
You have to be fucking
Even
conscious
parents that are highly
247.
flawed don't allow. I saw a video of Cardi B listening
Cardi
to one
B
song,
don't allow people
and the
listen to her
child was
music.
coming and she quickly just put the thing
Her
off.
own music.
Her own music.
Yeah.
See, bro, Angela, I will tell you, you get one that
That's
video where we shoot.
intentionality
You get
we're
one
talking about.
skit where I shoot. Alaji Musa. My daughter carry. If you just carry my phone, she just knows straight where to go to the YouTube and go and watch. You go YouTube, go to watch her. You go to laugh. This funny. Even if she don't know what we talk, but because you see her papa face, he's like, I go collect her. Immediately I know that they watch. Hey, Mbakwa. Now,
Because Alaji Musa is
Alaji Musa is not a role model. He's rated in 52.
is only for adults.
It's only for adults. So, see, what I'm trying to say is, you see, whether you agree with what we're saying or not, as Nasboy take talk, some of our friends, now mumu them be.
Yes.
Those mumu go become parents. How mumu want take advice speaking?
These are the issues.
Angela, you were there, you get friends where you know, say, you not fit, carry them go anywhere. But those ones, then get children now.
I'm telling you.
How they want to advise those children? Now, how those children go turn out to be? So whether you like it or not, you see this internet, he plays in fact, he plays 80% role in the raising of your child.
I don't agree.
You know what? It's okay.
What are you doing?
Opinion.
You have-
Hold on. I'm going somewhere. Yeah, check with the Kamkucha now.
Okay.
Opinion is like asshole.
No, Baba, you for land with that point, oh. Make
Yes,
you not be like,
80%.
say,
Yeah,
I think what he's trying to say is, in this age and time,
Thank you. Let me finish.
it has great
It has
influence.
exactly my point.
I know you tell
Put
what now.
on where so I don't drag you.
It has great
put on where.
influence. But the parents have
Because
the major
internet-
role.
Make happen.
Internet is still a
what I'm
tool.
trying to say
You
is,
understand?
understand what I'm trying to say is, it's 80 automatically, whether you do anything or not, it takes 80% of your child's upbringing. Now, what you must do is a fight.
Hey.
You have to constantly fight.
Now you
to
go
make
censor
sure-
her.
Now you go
Yes.
censor. So that's why I said it's 80%. You have to fight constantly
Don't worry. When you
to
have a
make
child,
sure
you know.
that your child, internet does not control. You see, Baba, any picking where I born now, any picking will be my own. Whether I did where you did or I not did where you did, you gonna learn.
Yeah.
So
I must make sure you come out right.
You always remember me
I
when
will-
you want to do
Eh?
anything
so
bad.
I'm
So
going,
that when person go ask you, say, your father Nedu,
You
your father dey talk-
always
your
remember
father is
me
a
when you want to do
upright
anything
citizen.
bad.
Your father is this.
A man of
If
great
my mommy
experience.
catch me,
Many
I'm
character.
trying to
don't
create
die.
a scenario, yeah. You know,
If
before,
my mommy catch me, I
before,
don't die.
you,
Yes, now.
you know, before the,
That thing needs to be there.
Some children don't have that fear.
You know?
But sorry.
Some children don't have that fear.
There's something
Yeah.
that Angela said. Now I want to hold to happen.
Koto to hapu.
To happen. He said, if a mom may catch her, she don't die. When I was coming to Lagos in 2010, I grew up in the north. Yeah,
my God.
my parents are in Kaduna till now. That's my
P5 Street, Kakuri.
No, but we have moved. So I've bought another house to them where they're staying. So they're staying somewhere else, a better place. Now the thing is, my mom told me something. He said, Chinedu, ego, ha enwe ike chawa enelu si Jehovah tanksa anatana.
yes.
You know what that means? He said, Chine, call my name Chinedu. Any money where you not feel raise hand up, say Jehovah tanksa, no collect them. Until today,
You see?
I can't take any money that does not belong to me.
So I'm trying to create
For
a
some thieves,
scenario.
you still pay tight too.
I'm trying to.
That's what I'm telling you.
I'm trying to create another scenario. Of
Politicians.
what happened
they
to?
do.
What happened
Most of the
to?
time, upbringing.
What happened to? What happened to community
because of my papa-
parenting?
What
happened to community
Because of my
parenting?
papa, I remember when my state governor.
Upbringing majorly.
I remember when my state governor. Chukudi, you know when my state government my state governor never called me before. The governor of my state never ever called me before for my life. My pastor never even want to make I enter politics. Until my state governor called me one day, say, make I begin come my state. I don't go, those who know my state. Make I begin come my state. My pastor tell me say, Chinedu, politics, don't try it. Guess what? I listened to my father. until I am okay. I have seen the truth about the policy and the person I'm following.
Yeah.
I know this person values and all these things.
Aligns
That is
with
when
yours.
and I aligns with mine. That is when I will enter, regardless of what my father says. But until then, what my father says is what I will do. Now, this goes back to what we as children also need to understand. If you're a child, you also need to listen to your children.
If you're a parent.
If you're a parent, if you're a parent, you also need to listen to your children. Don't always think you're right all the time. You see,
And
this
it's not
5 years-
always, it must not always be shout.
It must not always be shout.
You be barking like a dog every
I'm
time.
telling
Barking like a dog.
Nah.
But you know the parenting method of before
No.
and the parenting method of now.
It's different.
When you
You
keep
know when I
shouting,
was
that
growing,
child
my
will become
mother,
scared
she
of
was
you.
shouting at me one time saying,
When
you know,
you
she was
shout
saying all
too
sorts
much
of
on a
things.
child.
And I was like, Mommy,
That
stop
became a
it.
big
When you shout too much
She
on
was
a
shocked.
child, the child becomes scared of you.
No,
Yes,
that's what I'm
person
saying.
they molest them,
That's
not
what
go
I'm saying.
tell
But
you.
you know
to
that
tell you.
we have started learning to treat our children
Because
in that
we
way.
misquote the Bible and
You
say
know,
spare the
when
rod.
our own time when we're growing, we're always being scolded and scolded. So one time I was saying something. One time my mother was shouting, she was scolding, and I told her, Mommy, stop it. What is it? For 2 whole minutes, my mother sat down and she was looking at me. In her mind, she said, this girl stood up to me.
Angela said something before.
Okra, we will drag the okra down.
Angela
We
said
will
something.
humble you.
Please. Angela said something before we let it fly. Before we let it go over our head. When you're not friends with your children, when you don't chat with them, you are at them rather.
Yeah.
You talk to them with calm
It's-
voice.
you must
they
not
can tell
always
you
be
what
shout.
abuses them in school.
We're the
Yeah.
ones
Yes.
learning now. Let's
Because
not
when
forget
you
that
make
before
your friend
it wasn't like
bef-
this.
Yeah,
Let
have to
talk.
learn.
Let
You have
Angela
to
talk.
learn.
Yeah,
It's
before
very
it
important.
wasn't like that. Before our parents, like when I was growing up, I grew up and then I had too many male friends. I've this lifestyle
You
you
see the
see
show
me
for your
with,
body. You see the
like
show for-
Gangster.
they sit there around my lifestyle.
Angela,
Like I
you see
have
the
this
show for your body, so you
mindset,
get plenty
yes.
male friends.
Like I have a lot of like everybody's saying it. Come on, but do you know those my male friends? I have most of my male friends like me. Some of them might even want to date me. But I'm this kind of person, when you come close, you will see something that is better than dating when you come around. Do you
Value.
get it? You want to make this person your friend because all my friends, I have known them over 15 years, 20 years. We're doing businesses, we are doing friendship at the same time.
Get a mic on.
Do you understand it?
Get a mic on. Anu.
Mike, okay, Mike.
In a cocoa like this, mic on here.
Away. So it has always been like that. But at that time, my mom will be beating me up. When I go and I chill with my friends and I come back, my mom will beat me up. My mom will be telling me every time it's me and boys. But she doesn't know that I don't even sleep with them. Do you know as of 18, I've
So
not,
that trust was not
as of
even there.
that trust no day because we not get that
That rapport.
Yes.
rapport.
Yes.
But you know who I had that rapport with? It was my auntie I was living with. She studied me. That this one, the reason she makes friends with male friends is because of the way she wants to live her life.
Okay.
If people ask me why, I don't want to be following my friends that are just their own life is to be following boys, sleeping with all the boys in the streets. Yeah, I know. Imagine how old I am right now, and I'm still as pretty as fuck. So, like, can you remember my age? Like when I am like 15, 16.
Yes.
And then you think about some of these guys that knows how to sleep with 15 years, 17 years old girls
Pedophiles.
and all those things, pedophiles. So because I was exposed earlier, I just knew I don't need to be sleeping around with some of those boys on the street or anything.
yeah.
And because of saying
Do
you're
you
friends with
understand
boys,
it?
those boys going to give you.
They
give
give
you
you
orientation.
Yes.
Boys.
They give you OT of boys.
Yes.
That's another thing. That's why you can't compare me to somebody where they date with girls, they get plenty girls, they live for house. You can't compare me where they live around with boys. So if you say that they give me boys OT with people where be say that when they date now girls they just sit down. The only thing they talk about is pancake or do runs or do one thing. You can't compare it. Do you understand it? Nobody's perfect. You
Yeah.
understand it? Nobody when no they relationship
Mike now.
nobody when they get relationship or something. That's why I want you to wear me a body mic, man. I'm not used to this motherfucking shit. You know what I mean? So that's the reason that some of these people they do leave me alone. That's the reason that you see they have different kinds of people. That's why I say there is a different kinds of parents. Now, my mom was thinking I was sleeping with some of these boys on the street. You don't get what you go talk.
Your man no go
believe.
change her mind.
But she just know say I stubborn. If you start fight, I don't start fight. If you do this one, she just know that one. But she know they believe say the guys when they chill with no before fight.
Yeah.
I they go learn many things. Even as of while I was growing up, I be play basketball smaller from boys. Do you understand? Because I always the day around
Them.
boys and all those things. You know.
So this goes a long way to say that you as a mother, you have to get to the point where your child, your daughter, your son can
tell you
As
things.
a
If
parent.
you're always
As a
beating,
parent.
Whether
my
father
mom will
or
put
mother.
pepper in my eye. Out of fear, say, highest is just pepper.
Pepper.
But
Make I
that thing,
give you
now
G's.
beating molestation
Put
where we
pepper.
dey get.
Put
Right now, I
pepper.
can't even do that to my
Yes.
child.
Pepper, make I
Because-
give you sorry.
I cannot do that.
Let me
And
give you the perfect
you are putting
example.
pepper in my eye for nothing,
Jume.
At the end of the day, you're putting pepper in my eyes for nothing because I'm not even frolicking around with these boys. I'm not sleeping with these boys.
Angela, no one forget Jume. You see,
You know,
Angela talk. Tango say
pepper.
Tango say he talk
You know,
pepper.
but like-
Angela, check with
He show you Pepe.
He talks. I remember one girl. I remember one girl for good as
You know,
Will it be an episode if
And at
Nedu
the
doesn't
end of the
remember
day-
one girl?
Hold on.
Hey.
Angela, check what they can go even enjoy. I remember one girl in Gora Street, Kakuri, Kaduna. And those way we grew up, follow Isaac, wherever you are in this world, you know what I'm saying. This girl, Jume, and she be the last girl of this family. Fucking beautiful. Now, one day, Naso will come outside. Sunday, everybody's supposed to go church. And so everybody one day they go St. Andrews. My parents they go Methodist. Now they will just say Waka go St. Andrews where the opposite. And Jume just run come outside. She don't naked.
Wow.
Mama don't put pepper for.
Some they go even cut the pikin body
No,
with
nah.
razor blade.
Mama
Come
don't
put
put
pepper.
Mama
other
don't put
one.
pepper for the
No.
bekus of the pikin.
Ah.
They shout for like 2 days. The girl was not okay until
Aye.
she can't become okay. And even after that 2 days, the pain was still there. But guess what?
but some
The girl
children used to die from
hold
there.
on.
Yes,
Actually, the mama did that because she thought she slept with Abdul. One guy will get bad leg. for the
Okay, she
street.
thought.
She thought. But the girl did not sleep with the girl.
It's
The
crazy.
mama, the girl, Juma
Yes,
be tell the
that's
mama
what
say
I'm
she not
saying.
sleep with the boy. She not sleep with the boy.
That's
the mama
what I'm
not sleep with
saying.
her. But the mama still put pepper because they come tell and say then catch the boy with the girl.
Yeah.
Who are those people who can't tell them?
Now.
That's the problem. The neighbors, they are not
Yes.
nice. They are not
Yes.
kind.
And another thing is, you too, you have to always have your own self-control as you're
Exactly,
growing too. You
As a
have
parent.
to, as a parent, everybody. That's why I said everything still lie down to being content
I want to say
with
something.
what you have and all those things. Because
you see this cup. Sorry to cut you off.
Yes,
Nigga one.
please.
You see this cup. If you look into this cup now, let me pour something into this cup. This is a perfect example. Those of you that are parents, please listen to me. I'm not the best, but the small one I don't learn. I'm not the best, but the small one I don't learn. I'm going to tell you this. I've got 3 beautiful daughters, so I can tell you something. You see this cup now, you open them, you have drink inside. Now, this is your child. The child is your cup. Now, inside is the bad attitude of your child. Now, you're trying to see how you can scoop the attitude out.
How to pour good one.
How to scoop the attitude out is not working. What you do is don't scoop the bad attitude out.
Pour
All you
good.
need to do is this is the good attitude.
Poison.
Just continue
It will
pouring the
dilute
good attitude. It will automatically pour out the bad one and remain only the good attitude inside the child.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say. Don't be a good parent. Just be a friend of your child.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And do it
don't-
intentionally.
Yeah.
Be
You can
intentional
learn, you
about
can
it.
learn it.
Don't listen to what people
it
say
mustn't always
outside
be
because people will tell you bad
It must
stuff.
always be
Yeah.
from
beating.
beating, you can't even correct a thing from
Yeah.
beating because that child will always
I
say, okay,
mean,
after all, it's beating.
You can learn how to
I'll collect the
communicate.
beating.
Thank you.
Yes,
Waiting there.
nah.
Shebi
Yeah,
na-
nah.
Like
Go
people
don't
like
get
us,
used to it.
somebody like me will say, okay, now beating, I be no problem. I'll collect the beating now. You understand?
lock me
you
outside.
where they beat me, go tired to beat
So the-
me.
yes,
Yes,
nah.
now.
But
your
again-
hand gonna pain you to the beat.
Again-
So it's better for you to just listen to me, and as a grown-up person, and you've seen life more than me, you
Yes.
impact good in me.
Yes.
And that's it.
They don't want to do the work.
So some of these mothers are always in a haste
They don't
to
want
go
to
to
do
social
the work.
media
Then again-
and be on social media
don't
for
want
5
to
good
do
hours.
Then again-
you know they suit me. I know say plenty people go they think say as Angela they come this episode and
Na
like go talk
gbas
plenty.
gbos.
Angela, una will see another side of Angela.
Yeah,
no,
like-
No, Baba, no,
Do you
no.
know?
Ah, it don't
There's-
suit me.
Baba, wait. People when they watch, Baba, people when they watch the Honest Bunch religiously,
They know.
go know say we not be just anyhow podcast.
Yeah.
When it come to the subject of conversation, the nature of conversation, and most importantly, the lessons, it not get anybody when go watch this episode, just like the other episodes, when never take something come out. First, you know, say you get greater responsibility to impact the life of your pikin. You know, say why pressure day. You know if you make excuse because you cannot compromise. You must make
Yes.
time.
For your
And we are
children.
giving real life examples with experiences where people don't get.
Now it
Can I
goes
say
back to another one again that's going to be a huge problem. Not a problem. There has been it depends on the guys because a lot of guys are dickheads, isn't it? A lot of guys are fucking dickheads. I'm gonna say it. Now, you just come up prick, fuck girl, belle, bomb picking. It is another end.
I'm telling you.
You know, it doesn't. Whether you marry the girl or not, the fact that you are the father to that child, it means you always have to be there. What am I
Yeah.
talking? I'm talking about single mothers. Now, who imbibes all this thing into single mothers? Apart from you being the mother, making sure that you make sure that your child gets the best, there's a limit to what a woman can do.
Yeah.
And there's a role a father plays in the
There's
life of
yeah,
a child.
very
Yes.
A mother can't.
Baba,
Yes.
if you be guy, your prick give girl belle. No, you give girl belle with your prick. In conjunction with your prick, you give girl belle.
Not be even in conjunction because it's in their own.
In
It
collaboration.
Now you raise her.
Yeah, you know, there are terrible fathers. There are terrible
no,
fathers.
are you telling me?
There are terrible
Terrible
fathers.
fathers.
There
They
are
think
terrible
that everything
fathers.
is about providing.
Providing.
No, some of
Once I'm
them don't
bringing in
even
money,
provide.
Imagine.
Some don't even provide. They are all doing fakers on social media. Some of them don't even care. They don't want to know when the child's birthday is coming up.
They don't.
They don't want to know. They don't give that child love.
Love.
When you don't give your child love, your child does not have love to spread outside. That's truth.
Yes.
And when you get old,
Yes.
when you get
When you
old,
don't
this
give
is the
your
one
child
available for you.
love,
Yes.
your child will not have love to spread outside.
Not internet
What
love.
they do is fake love. They now told you those are the ones that I see that they meet different kinds of billionaires or angels that God have sent to help them, but they always see them as opportunity to use them and to get money off them. Anyways, at the end of the day, because you are useful, you can be used. I am useful. That's why you can use me. You get it?
And you are
And if
not.
I am not useful, you cannot use me.
Thank
Now,
At the end of the day. So now, when you look at those kind of people, you see the original thing still boils down to the parents. You need to give your child love. If you give your child love, I have trained your child, like whether in any situation, whether I get money or not, because my pikin, I go give you everything. They travel all around the world with me. They do everything with me. And his career, I'm taking it serious even more than mine. And I still tell you that days go come when you go drink garri. Days go come when you go drink garri. Days go come when we no go see this business class. Or guy, you go enter economy.
Some people
Do you understand me? There are some of those
teaching him how to be
parents.
content.
There are
Yes.
some of those
Teaching him.
parents. You can't even fed for your child. You can't even buy clothes for your child. But you're teaching your child on how to get off money from people who are working so hard to get their money. That's a very bad parent.
Telling you.
That's
this is what
very
I
bad
talk.
parent.
You have to tell the child. You have to teach
That's
your
very
child.
bad
You have to teach your
parenting.
child to understand that. Look, it's not always rosy.
Yeah.
There are downtimes.
If
Look,
you
as
meet
a man,
rich people,
Oh,
if they
God.
want to help you, fine.
So that's-
if they don't want to help you, don't put your eyes that
In it,
you must
yes.
do everything to get
Get
that thing that they
something.
get.
What can you
offer
Why?
the people in your life as well?
God have created people differently. God might have created you to be richer than me, and it's natural. You are going to be richer than me, and there's nothing I can do about it.
So-
No matter how amount of films or no matter of videos or whatever I do, but there are certain things that we can still stand and look, and we'll understand that there are certain things that God has given to me that
That's
you don't
different.
even have.
Yes.
So there
Do you
are some-
understand it? So it's different way. So when you have this kind of upbringing on your own and understand that I don't need to jealous you for your things that you're getting, and understand that you are contented. My parents have always taught me.
I also want to thank God for some things. Before I thank God for those things, let me say something before I forget. We're talking about ladies now. Sorry, before ladies, guys, please listen to me. Most of you are stupid, for lack of a better word to use. Most of you are dickheads,
Baba,
I go talk. What I go talk. Most guys are dickheads.
What did they do when you go say most?
I know, Baba. I did on top radio. I did our backyard. I know what.
So what you say is
He said most.
This is what I'm saying.
This is
what I'm saying. What you should say is guys who do.
Okay.
Sorry, most guys, most
sorry, no
ladies, most
Guys who do.
Now see the do. If you said a guy, please listen. A guy, please listen. If you're a guy, you're dating a girl, innit? And then you impregnate the girl come get belle. Tell you say don't get belle. You fante. The girl not see you to even give her money for antenatal or anything. You're fucking dickhead. Now, the girl come born pikin. You know they there. See, let me tell you something. For a girl to carry belle for you, you have to be there emotionally for that person. You know what it means for a woman to be pregnant? Baba, you don't know. Now, even if you're not there when they get the bump pikin to hold hand, they say push.
So you have to show
But you have
support.
to show support
You have to show
emotionally.
support. You have to have a soul anyways.
You have to have a fucking soul.
That's why I said not everybody that have a soul.
You have to have a
anyways.
fucking soul.
That's why, and this having a soul have to come from your parents. There are some heartless parents that does not care about who you are. They just want to extort from you. When
And
you
they
want to have a
celebrate-
soul,
they celebrate
And they
bad
celebrate
things.
it.
yeah.
celebrate bad
So
things.
that's why you need to show yourself your child love.
You're not
You understand
somebody.
what I'm trying to say? That's the point I'm still going to.
Angela.
You know?
Angela, I will say this thing. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Most of our Igbo parents, they do this thing.
Yeah.
Their daughter go to date man.
Yeah.
Their own is to
What
collect
can
from
he
the
give
man. What
me?
can he give to you?
What did you come back with from the
Then-
dates?
What did you come back with?
If I tell you I've dated someone who the mother is, the woman's handwork is to be bringing different kinds of girls. Maybe because he thinks that the son is fine and he can get any baby he likes. He now took it as a business. Now what he does is he gets into every woman that is rich or famous into he always have their skills plus the juju when they do join them. And then they will now manipulate you into certain points and you won't even know. Before you know it, you start showing them and giving them what they want. And most of the times when these things happen, it happens from a very poverty-stricken homes. Because you can't give your child everything.
After the thing can be seen, you just fly.
I'm telling you because
a guy that the mama wanted to collect only from you.
Just what they do is not like
The mama they
What
bring
are
babes
they
come.
what I mean
Because
is
I find
no
out.
be say the mama they bring babes. The boy they enter every girl we get money.
and the girl,
Then if he enter every girl, then he going to introduce them to them, and some of these girls not even they see the mama. Now only phone they talk. When your time reach, you don't know say you don't collect enough. You know they see they collect.
You
again.
will.
You see the
He
mother
go move
keep
to the
carrying
next
you.
person, and when he moves to the next person, the mama go follow up.
Hey, upgrade.
Before you know, the mama go begin they tell them say we be woman of God, we be family of God, we be this, we be that. Before you know, they go begin they show they don't love anybody. What they love is what they're getting from you.
It's a Nollywood movie, isn't it?
That's it. So, and when you realize, by then you don't even know, you might have been hypnotized and you don't even know what you're doing because they go in with these things. So it is not just women. So why I'm saying this is at the end of the day, there was a day I had to call, I called the elder brother of this guy and I said, I don't blame you anyways, but a lot of us, we actually have love to give. But we know that some of you don't. We're not trained from a home where they have taught you on how to love people or give back to people who have shown you true love. Do you understand? So I understand. So it's not everybody who is walking on the street that have love to give to you because they were not originally taught on how to give love to outsiders. They only taught them on how to extort and get from people from outside. Do you understand? They are selfish people, and there are a lot of them in the street of Lagos here. That's how you go see them. They go walk up and down. You go say, this one will come, they lie for you. They go lie for you. Say their papa na this, their papa na that. If you try to go find out who their papa be, they go start quarrel with you. They go start quarrel with you. They don't break up. Maybe as of that time, if you don't find out, say you don't love them, they go break up because they don't want you to see their family. They are extorting from you for a reason. And a period of time when they are tired, they will move to the next person.
Yeah.
Oh, Allah.
So, and a lot of people in Lagos don't even know this, but you have to be smart enough to know when someone is playing.
No wonder they complain about lucky guys.
See, I think
not like complaining about it. This thing is rampant. Me, I even got to know me where I know they come out. Say, my only come out now when you call me for club, I come show. If any club where you see me, no say I don't collect money.
Why you and Mike is on your resemble?
Why would resemble?
Why they looking at you? They see Mike is on your
Mike is my brother now.
Confirm. So moving on, for people watching, I am very certain
now my brother would they get one or two, they quarrel back to back. He knows say I stubborn. Himself is stubborn. But he knows I got him 100%.
Shout out to Mike.
He knows. Mike is really knows that in his entire life, he no go fit see anybody like me for in life. And he knows.
You not gangster, nah?
Me. See, when you see guys around me where they tell you say, I love Angela, and I don't deal with them over 15 years, 20 years. I tell you blankly the way and if you dey fuck up as my friend, I go, don't go be your friend. And if you're my friend and you're married, you treat your wife wrongly, you go get problem with me because I no go support you. I no go support you.
As you should.
I no go support you. You got one of my friend like that. In wife, they complain one time, say, I no get phone. You no want buy me phone. I don't know waiting with this. You go come out to your pop champagne. I call my friend. I tell and say, guy, you dey fuck up. If you don't buy that phone today, no call my number, idiot. I cut my phone. It's not for like anything. I still want to be friends with you, but I want you to learn a lot of things from me. Okay. You have to treat your wife right. Because when you make your home right, that's the only time you can be happy.
Okay.
Happy home, happy life.
You get what I mean?
Okay,
you don't go come out outside and buy girls where they outside, houses and shoes, designers, and then your wife at home is not looking nice. She's not driving the latest car. Are you mad?
I want something. Have you seen this part of Angela before? You never see her before. It's only an honest boss.
So our viewers, we are certain that you have learned a lot from this episode.
But Chukwudi, I beg, there's something that we need to point out. I before we go. Please, I'm begging, if you're a single guy and you get weed, because it happen every day, on top of our backyard, you know, I get it every day. You get weed, don't give belle. Man up, bruh.
Yeah, even if you don't love the girl, you don't want to get married to the girl, but for the child's sake, make sure that you take care of that child.
Take care of that child.
If you have the money to take care of the child, make sure that you always map out. And like, you see this my boy every day,
New Yorker.
He gets Pekin. You understand? And he never marry. I'll always tell him, make sure you, on his birthday, call him. Even if without his birthday, you always be checking up. Buy him clothes. If there's no money, pack 10 Bali's old clothes, go give him. Do you get what I mean? Like, because when you are there as the father and you are giving that child, even if you're not living with that child, or maybe the mama self know they won't make you they talk to the child.
Yeah.
Only wait till you they do. Tomorrow that child go still find you come. You go remember. Because even the mama, if you wear any of the clothes where the papa buy, no, she know the clothes where she buy and the ones where she no buy. No? She go there, she see the one where the papa buy, she go say, that idiot man self, you know they do well, but they at least they try small.
Yeah.
Sure. That small way they try, now that picking go hold on to tomorrow.
So all I'm saying is try and be a good dad to that your child.
Yeah.
That you've impregnated. And if you're a single mother, we don't carry belly for somebody. Either you know the person that impregnated you or not. But as long as you're a single mother, understand the fact that that child's growth, that child's tomorrow is in your hands.
Yeah.
If you need to learn how to be a good mother, please learn how to imbibe good culture and whatever in that child. See, the people where they today, where they misbehave for social media, where they lie up and down, say they buy a house, they not buy a house. Now people that man not train well. People when they say they not teach contentment.
Some of them, they still teach them, but they just want to be living like a hooligan. Actually, they just want to be living that kind of lifestyle.
They want to follow social media
lifestyle. They want to follow social media lifestyle. So most of the times, you need to be contented with what you have.
Parents too, we should try and trust our children. Because I'm going to say my last words with an experience, my personal. I like to always say what I experienced firsthand. So there was this time, there's my cousin, he would always come to our house. That time I was in my JS3 long vacation, so I was home. So my mom is a teacher, she would go to school, but I'll be home alone. Then that my cousin would always come to the house. So one afternoon, my mom came back, I was with my cousin in the house, and my mom said, "Oh, Amy, like, Amy, are you the person Mommy Ejima was talking about outside?" When my mom was coming back from school, that woman called my mother to a corner and told my mother that there's this particular guy that is always coming to this house
when you're not
you're
around.
away.
And it's a lie.
And it's her cousin.
If not that, my mother knows I would not do that kind of thing. She just told the woman.
I'll give a personal experience because of this.
She just told the woman.
this car in my hand?
She just told the woman, how is the person? And the woman said, "Oh, one dark, tall guy. He's fine, but you know, all these young boys, just be careful. Look out for this girl."
But don't you think that Mama Ejima was just looking out?
No,
lie.
Mama Ejima
Some people do
said
it to
it.
spite
The way
other
Mama
parents.
Ejima said it. Mama Ejima said it because the reaction she expected from my mom was, it's again. Okay, I'm coming. That was the reaction. And my mom laughed, and my mom came home and said that. And then I inquired. I said, "Why are you laughing?" My mother said, "Mommy Ejima said there's a boy." She didn't say. She said it with the intention
But Mama
of.
Ejima does not know your cousin now.
No,
Sometimes
hold
some
on, the
parents
mama-
do
the-
it to
the-
make
the-
other parents look like they're doing a bad
The
job.
mama
Not because they
also,
want to help.
Isn't mom also told Izine the story because she knows who her daughter is?
Yes. So she said, as she came in, she laughed, Seth, and she said, "Oh, Ogiwa, are you the one they're even talking about outside?" Which means for that woman to summon courage to even say it to my mother, they must have held small meetings
course.
about it.
Let me give you a perfect example.
So when my mom said that, she told me, she said, "I know you will not greet that woman again, but please just be greeting her. But I'm just telling you, people be careful."
For those
She
that are close to
trusted
me,
me.
for those that are close to me, those that are very close. This is my dad. I'm not supposed to talk about. Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. This is a honest bunch, innit? This is the last thing I'm going to say. No vex. Those that are very close to me. I have a scar on my hand here. It's a very big scar. It's a very big scar on my hand. Growing up, again one day, now that auntie where you talk, now make me remember Auntie Queen. I was by the work for First Bank. So Auntie Queen growing up, there was one, my mom went to work, school was on holiday. That's why I carry waka, one go buy chin chin. So I can't buy the chin chin, can't take extra one. So I stole.
You thief.
I thief.
As you talk the take now, it can't be like say you thief.
Wow.
You buy chin chin, can't thief.
Thunder book where
Go straight to the point.
Carry
I
gum
can't
for
thief
hand.
extra one chin chin. So the woman where I thief the chin chin from can't catch me. I can't apologize. Can't drop back the chin chin. Can't go back house. Now, Auntie Queen saw me. I can't know say wahala don't dey.
Because I'm out, not this thing.
I'm out, not this thing. And Auntie Queen, they talk waiting she see and waiting she not see.
But she no go put the apology
She not go
part.
put the apology part. I knew there was going to be a problem. So, because my mama come back from work, I don't peel all the hair waiting for this my place to put for this head so that Auntie Queen go forget. Because they say growing up,
Na myth.
if you peel
Yes,
the
nah,
hair,
it was a
put
myth.
on top here, say Auntie Queen go forget.
Superstitious belief.
Really, I'm just saying it.
Auntie Queen no forget. Auntie Queen tell my mother. Immediately, my mother carry waka, enter house. No, my mother not tell me anything. My mother go just tell me say she go just dey in front of door because if I face that I will see they face me and slap you. My mother go just tell me say Chinedu, the guy will tell me go and bring salt for me. Now I have room and parlor now dey. And the salt they dey for inside bedroom.
Under the wardrobe.
And I dey always fear to go. So because as you dey go, you go dey look back. My mother not follow back. Can't lock door. So when I saw I can't enter, my mother follow back, lock door. So Oshiki ne Izuzi. So na thief the thief now. Na thief the thief now. My mother, anything my mother did in my hand, anything they her hand, she'll carry beat you. Anything at that point. So she dey cut okro. That knife with her hand. I remember the knife as I dey talk this thing so clearly. Brown head, 3 dots, and stripes. My mother can't beat me. Ta. The next thing I hear from my hand, kukra.
You go the guide knife.
I go the guide
Shango.
knife. That's so my mother just cut am. He say, Akagi Jesu. This is your hand where they carry the teeth. I will cut it. That's so my mother carry. Oh, give me. Pam. The next thing I see, now white skin. My skin fell off. Then I can't see the white parts. Blood no they come at that time. I didn't feel any pain.
Yeah, you won't come out.
I didn't feel any pain at first. Then all of a sudden, it took like some seconds, like some 5-10 seconds.
Sharp pain.
The sharp pain just
And the
come
blood will go
vim,
come out.
and the blood started gushing out. Immediately my blood started gushing. My mother just dropped knife. Bram. Begin cry.
Say, oh, now your teeth cause this thing, oh.
At that time, my papa could just walk. My papa just would come out from work that time, 9 o'clock for 9. My papa just walk. My dad was livid. I was like, waiting, Onye Gwagi. He said, Auntie Queen, tell him. So you were listening to what Auntie Queen, what did he tell you? Did he tell you this? My father answered, I told you that I apologize. Did you tell him that you apologized? Did they tell you all these things? So they can carry me go Petrovic Hotel. So all these things is
Hospital.
also Petrovic. That be the hospital name.
You say hotel now.
Say hotel.
Based
that's
on-
what
I can't the wonder whether,
I swear, my mind in hospital, I thought.
whether they go buy you 1 bottle of pasta.
My mind in hospital, I thought. I don't know how hotel take them off my mouth. So, but anyways, to cut the long story short, my mom took me to the hospital. The next day, my dad took me to the hospital. The next day, I went back home. They had stitched my hands and stuff. And then my mom, still today, my mom no apologize.
No. What
But-
do you want to eat?
Don't apologize
That's the
with Christmas
apology.
rice.
So,
What do you
but
want to
the-
eat?
but my
Will this
dad,
criticize you?
my dad put a stern warning on ground that she should never listen to what Auntie Queen had to say. Nyano taranante, exactly. So anything a person tell you, find out first of all before you react.
Okay, I think my final word would be for young parents. We have said that, the adults you are today is as a result of, what your parents, how they brought you up. But I want you to still unlearn and relearn, like HM has
On
said.
your own.
Yes, if you can learn, doggy style and all these moves that you do,
Hey!
I think you can learn how to
You can also
communicate.
learn how to be nice.
Deconet, so you know that
You can learn how to communicate.
faster, you know burglary proof.
Snake in the walking shadow.
Hey!
You can also learn.
Awugi waka. Mr. Best, Awugi waka. Awugi waka. We see your work. For deaconess to know the style.
What they do? That's not the point. If you can learn
That's
all
the
these
point,
things,
though.
you can learn how to communicate. You can learn how
which
to
means you
express
learnt it.
yourself.
You learnt all these things.
Yes, and we can still learn this.
So you
one.
learned all these things.
Yes, because when there's pressure, like we say, when the pressure comes and the internet comes, is what is inside that's going to come out. When you squeeze orange, you apply pressure to orange, mango juice will not come out.
At all.
It's orange juice that will come out.
Yes,
So
confirm.
it's what you put in your child when they go out to the world and the
Garbage
pressure
in, garbage
comes.
out.
That is what is going to come. It's what you've taught them that they'll use to react to these things.
Very
So-
true. Good way to wrap. Anything we will add here, we they do too much. I am very certain that everyone who viewed this episode from start to finish has left with something. Parents to be. We can make the world a better place by changing, unlearning, and impacting. I beg. Now we be the first models when our children they see. So do well to lead a life of impact. Lead a life worthy of emulation, because from the small things where they see, now your life, now the model. Thank you so much, Angela, Ijoma Okorie. You have added tremendous value. And these are the people, once they see, they'll look, say, they pain them.
A lot
Wahala.
of
Yes,
people don't.
defend them.
But this
People
thing,
not going to express Angela and I talk
and they don't hear all these things now. They'll
No,
probably
but
look- and
people that are close to me knows I'm
And
like
you see,
that.
and that's the very essence of the honest bunch, because
Yeah.
we see your comments. Some people are like, "Oh, wow, so I don't know, say Okon they talk like this. I don't know, say Fina they talk like this. I don't know, say Angela Okorie they talk like this." Now why would they tell una say some of the things what una know about people? See, as I talk am here
They
now,
want to make you know.
No.
as I talk am here now, thespian, public administration and local government, people will look say, "He go Unilag, he go Lasu, he don't they do that newspaper girl, calendar
Sun
girl,
girl.
so
Orange
Delta,
drugs,
Delta,
Delta so
Orange drugs, orange drugs,
whenever we went to be together, Bollywood
sweet.
sings.
I'm telling
So
you.
please, there are a lot of things we need to learn. You understand? The ones where you don't learn, where you think say, I cannot change. Some people will talk say me, Igbo man, Yoruba
Unchangeable
man,
God.
Isoko man. Me, I'm a Yoruba woman. This is how we are. No, you have bad character.
I'm telling you.
So you can unlearn a lot of those things and learn new
New
things.
ones, yeah.
So thank you so much. We hope you had an interesting experience this
for
episode.
watching.
Angela Okorie, thank you so
And
much.
please,
You're
we're voting this Saturday. Go out and vote.
P2B.
Yeah. Period.
All I'm going to say is be obedient with your
And
PVCs.
useful.
Yeah.
Be obedient
And
with
make your
be
PVC
obedient
useful.
with your PVCs.
Yes,
And
sir.
why I'm saying be obedient with your PVCs, because when you're obedient to your PVCs, you vote right. So vote right. Be obedient to your PVCs and vote right.
And when
vote
you vote right, you
and
become the
vote
leader.
B2B,
And
and
the
vote
leader is the
B2B.
one in front. And the
Angela
one
said-
in
And
front.
votes, no, Kenkebo Angela said, we said vote P2B. He said, vote P2B. Because if we lose P2B this time, if we lose him, we are not going to get somebody like him again. It is hard. I'm telling you. I mean, like, imagine the kind of celebration that is going to happen in this country if P2B wins. Because almost everybody in this country is tired of everything happening. And for those of you out there spoiling all the properties Niger
the banks
have worked so hard to get, it's not right. You are only going to make us poorer.
Thank you.
We're going to be more poor.
Thank you.
When P2B comes on seat and not start working, and you people be telling me that he's taking another year, so you are not doing anything. You don't spoil the ones where we get to. So it's better you stop spoiling Niger properties and hope for a better
I want to give you bananas and
Nigeria.
they see you. I want to give you bananas. How many you want? 2 capsules. Oh!
Blessings, guys.
Bye.
Yes, sir.